Howdy y'all, it's your boy Tony here with another video, and today I'm gonna show you how I installed the Vicrez Dodge Charger Widebody kit my way, and how I made it work. But if you stick to the end of the video, I'm going to cover what was not covered during the video, if it makes sense. So whatever was not recorded, I'm just gonna go over it at the end of the video, so just stay tuned for that. And yeah, so with all that being said, let's get to it. Alright guys, so today I'll be installing the Vicrez Dodge Charger Widebody kit onto my wife's vehicle. As you can see, I have taped right here because obviously I'm gonna cut it. This line obviously means what I'm actually cutting. This other line is just the top of the flare. Basically, I just wanted to see how far of a gap it was going to be between the end of the flare and the cut, but it's a good distance. So what I'm gonna do is obviously just cut all here onto right here. For the rear, I have it mounted just to get some measurements and stuff like that. The reason why I have tape on top is because I'm gonna use adhesive, and when I press onto it, I don't want that to stick onto the vehicle. But yeah, let's just get into it and see how it comes out. Alright guys, so I'm done cutting the fender flares. Now what I did was some teeth like looking things, so I'm gonna use these pliers, and then what I'm gonna do is just bring it in. That way it's saved and it's not like a blade that can mess up my tires, you know. So that's what I'm gonna do throughout. I'm gonna do this. I'm sorry, I'm recording and doing it at the same time, but so you can see, just grab on and I'm just gonna do all that all the way. Alright guys, so this is the final result right here after cutting it and bending it in. Obviously part of the bracket that I'll be using, plus that was the cut that I made, and yep, that's pretty much it. Let's go to the rear. I will be cutting the bracket. I'm not gonna cut the entire bracket, but I might cut it like up to like right here, because the tire will be rubbing against the bracket. I'm not gonna cut the fender, but I will be cutting the bracket. Just keep that in mind. Alright guys, so for the rear flares, I had to install the bracket onto the rear door. Like I said, I removed the middle flare to cut it, and that's the part that I left on. Obviously it goes all the way down, follows through to like right here. And the good thing about this flare is that it doesn't just rely on a bracket and adhesive or double-sided tape. It actually also has push pins that are part of the vehicle to maintain it and keep it on the spot. I love that. Thank you, Vicrez, for doing that. Oop. And sorry, because I didn't put it all the way in. But yes, 3 push pins plus the bracket plus the adhesive. It's gonna be pretty cool. Alright y'all, so I'm in the house right now and I'm using my son's table. What I'm gonna do is use this JB Well steel stick. I saw AudioCat on YouTube, and also my boy Mango 392 use this to fill in the gaps right there, just to make it like a solid surface to put on the double-sided tape or adhesive. And I'm gonna put it to the test. I mean, Mango 392's ride looks great, so I'm hoping my car looks as good as his. Alright y'all, so I'm done filling in the gaps using that welding clay. As you can see, done here, and all of those parts. Now next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this black gloss vinyl from Vicrez as well, and that's what I'm gonna use to wrap up the fender flares. And mounted onto the vehicle. What I'm gonna use though would be some adhesive, and I got this from AutoZone. This is a JB Weld. Which one is it? What's the gray one? There's a bunch of them, but I went for this one just because it's the strongest one, as well as the mixer, because there's two formulas, and I'm gonna try it on and see if it comes out good, and hopefully I don't have issues. Alright, so I'm done wrapping one of the front fenders. So as you can see, I have the two front fenders, the left and right. As you can tell, a little difference. I already wrapped this one up, black gloss, and then this is still just straight out of the box. As well as cutting, I also cut fender flare to prevent from the tires rubbing and stuff like that. I did the same thing for this one. Like I said, look at that difference, a little more shiny. Sorry, all the fingerprints all over it, but that's the difference. And just gotta, I have this one and those over there right there to go. Alright, so I just finished wrapping up the front fender flares for the left side, I think. Yeah, it is. And what I'm gonna do now is just put adhesive and mount it onto the vehicle. The adhesive that I'll be using today will be the JB Weld steel reinforced, what's that, epoxy. Yeah, I'm using this, and I bought like 3 of them just to make sure I have enough, as well as I bought 2 packs of this, basically just to mix the formula that's in it. I already installed one side and it's holding pretty good, so I'm just gonna do the other side. So yeah, just stay tuned and let's get to work. Alright guys, so now that I added the adhesive onto the flare, I'm just gonna mount it. Look at my baby. Oh yeah, let's get to it. It's getting darker now, but now that I have installed the flare onto the vehicle, I'm just gonna set up more tape all the way around. Just wait, let the adhesive cure. Alright guys, so I know I said I was gonna show you the final results, but I mean, life happens. Due to some work related matters, I had to leave the area and I wasn't able to finish recording on time. I did finish, but I didn't record the whole thing. And as you can see on the video as well, I was kind of rushed trying to gather all the stuff that I did into one video. So first things first, on my installation video, on the Vicrez Widebody kit, I didn't cover the side marker lights. What you do though is you gotta remove the wheels, and then you know that splash cover inside, you gotta remove. There's push pins, you gotta remove those. You don't have to remove the entire thing. It's more like the half where the side marker light is. You just push a little bit, and then there's 2 screws in the back. You just unscrew them and just unplug them and just take out the lights, and you can use those for your kit. You put them back on. You just put them on the flare, the Widebody flare, and put the screws back on whenever you're ready with whatever you're using, adhesive, double sided tape, whatever you're using. Then that's when you put it back on, and then you just hook it up, and then you're good. That applies for the rear side markers and the front one as well. Also for the rear middle flare that I told you guys, that I showed you that I cut the bracket. Well, I had to cut the part of the actual fender from the bottom, because that was actually also rubbing. That's why I was test driving my car to ensure that it was working perfect. So it was rubbing, so I had to cut literally like maybe like half, just like you saw on the front fenders, like you saw a little big rectangle. That's the same thing I did in the middle one. Obviously keep in mind that since I cut the the bracket is not holding onto anything from the bottom but the top. The only thing holding it together right now is the adhesive, and it's been holding on pretty good. So yeah, that's pretty much what I did that I didn't cover on the video. But if you have any other questions, just please let me know, and I'm just gonna leave you guys with some pictures of the final result. So if you like the video, just give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe and support the channel. That will really help me a lot. And thank you all for tuning in, and see you guys on the next one.